all you fellow nerds out there, and welcome to this session of Nerd Week podcast. Be prepared for banters, ranters, spoilers, and ragers. There will be nerdgasms, nerd tears, and occasionally nerd shunning on at least one of these victims. Speaking of victims, I'm your host, The Thing, and today we have...
Nipple.
Oh. No! His name's not Nipple. What is it?
Nipple!
Maya!
It's Maya.
Nipple.
Okay. I regret sitting with this guy now.
Do we need to switch places?
No, stay here.
But she's afraid that I'm going to do it to her.
And I have big ones.
What is she doing?
She's grabbing her coffee. She's grabbing her coffee.
Hot chocolate.
No walking off the set. Okay,
Walk off
Maya.
your set.
Maya.
Rogue.
And nipples. Nipples.
And dragon.
You know I can go back to YouTube.
Yes,
right?
I know.
Oh
God,
my
don't
goodness.
My
getting
husband's being harassed.
It's getting
Kind of
hot and
like
heavy
it.
around here. My glasses are starting
I'm going to have
fog
to
up.
report you to HR.
I'm HR.
All right. No, I'm
She
HR.
Were we watching
Report it
something
straight
where
to
some
me.
guy had to fire himself for HR?
So I was watching New Girl, and the guy was in HR, and he was dating somebody, and it didn't end well.
Yeah.
And he's like, I had to fire myself. I didn't take it very well.
Yeah. So to get this started, I actually want to talk about something that I think that one of us predicted. In Once Upon a Time, they're actually going to have Hades in the new season.
I think that is going to be awesome.
Hades in...
Once Upon a Time.
Okay,
Oh.
so I'd like to point out that me and Carrot Top had sat there and talked about it for like an hour one time. Okay?
I think it's great bringing in the gods.
Greek mythology.
Like the Greek mythology. It just
There are
would
so
work.
many stories in Greek mythology, and they've already brought in the Medusa.
Yep.
They have.
Yep.
Okay,
It
so
only makes sense.
Yeah.
does anyone know Greg German or German?
No.
Show me a picture.
Okay, I'll get a picture of it.
I am terrible with people's
He
names.
is who is casted as
Hercules or Hades.
Hades. They're not going to have him in there.
Why not? They have Hades.
Wait,
What if they need
okay,
to-
then your text makes no sense because in the text that you sent me...
Oh, yeah, him.
Oh, him!
Yeah. He's
Okay,
going to play
'cause-
Hades.
I will pull up the text. It says he is going to be playing Hercules.
What?
You said
Sorry.
Hercules, not
I think
Hades.
you meant Hades.
I meant Hades. My mind was thinking from the movie then.
But that works.
Yeah.
That's going to work. That's going to be awesome.
It's going to be
Do we
beautiful.
know if he's going to have
Yeah, I did see
flaming hair?
Hercules. You know what?
What if it was
I
just-
thought about it. I don't know if they're going to go that far to make it accurate. What I imagine in my mind is that he's going to be dressed up in a suit.
Yes.
That's what I see. Because
Well,
in Supernatural, we see... I don't even know. His name,
I
but
don't
someone's
know
dressed
a
up in that
single...
show.
I haven't seen a single show where Lucifer or basically the devil, the god of the underworld, hasn't been in a suit. Except for
Modernized.
if you do Percy Jackson and then he looks like...
Demon.
He
A
no,
rocker.
he
Well-
looks like a rocker.
He
You
does
have
look
to-
like a rocker,
he
yeah.
looks...
well, you have to rock out in hell, so...
You have to admit that the devil in Constantine, the movie, he was so good.
So cool.
Yeah.
Hello, John. John. This I've been looking forward to.
I can't wait.
I recently saw
Where
that.
with
It's
CW
good,
and
isn't
what
it?
they're gonna do with Constantine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, did I tell you this? I think I told you this 2 weeks ago, but they might be bringing John Constantine into Legends of Tomorrow.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
I don't see that
For
not
like,
happening.
what, an
Might as
episode or
well.
two?
No, for an entire second season.
Oh, okay.
Like he
An
will
entire-
be.
He'll be one of the main characters.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So
CW,
They're doing pretty well.
So
That's why I
they're.
love you.
This is what they're thinking, okay? This is what the people are thinking, okay? They want to get back into the medieval times where there's magic and
and
everything
that's
like
where
that.
you would want to bring in John Constantine.
There you go. He, since he studied ancient magics and everything like that, he can actually manipulate those particular things.
Yeah, his emphasis is that period of magic,
Yeah.
which would be absolutely perfect to bring him into a season and then give him back. I still love the episode of Arrow with the peacock feather.
Yes. That was good.
I had to stretch.
It's like I've been waiting to get rid of that forever. Beautiful, beautiful scene.
Oh yeah, you told us last week that what's his name is going to be going to play Superman and Supergirl.
Yeah.
So they're not going to do a crossover with Supergirl and all them.
Supergirl is its own thing.
Yeah, Supergirl's its own entity in and of itself. There is they have not made any connections to Smallville whatsoever. But I mean, okay, yes, it'd be nice to see him come in and do cameos, like 1, maybe 2 episodes. A season.
How bad is she gonna screw up to make him come like every episode?
Right.
Also, they might actually have a cameo inside the Flash of Aquaman.
What?
Yes. Which Aquaman?
What do you mean,
just
which Aquaman?
Just
Like,
Aquaman.
Who would play?
Aquaman?
I don't know.
Probably not the same guy that's in the new Batman vs Superman movie. That's for sure.
That would be awesome, though.
Drago?
Drago?
I don't think Drago would.
Ooh, that reminds me.
But they've been talking about it. They're just like,
Just
okay.
hold that face.
Okay.
Hold that face.
No, but seriously, there is a trailer that I believe was released this week. DC animated movie, Justice League versus Teen Titans.
Dude, that looks so
I'm
cool.
gonna watch that
see
so
it.
hard when it is released.
We need to show you guys the trailer. Is that the cat making that noise?
I thought so, but
Making what noise? This?
No, it's
That's what it is.
him. He gets so excited when he has to,
Hey, our bed
You're
makes the
doing
same
it
noise.
right
Why
next
can't
to me.
you be that passionate in our bed?
Oh, ouch.
Bam! Okay, I'm
Man,
done.
are you going to take
I
that?
do all the work.
Oh.
You really don't want to go into specifics because you will look bad.
Look bad or feel bad?
Both.
Yes.
Oh, I can make you feel bad if you really want to.
Anyways.
We're not going to do that here.
No,
We
not on
shouldn't do
camera.
it here, but I would really like to see it here.
Oh my God. Anyways.
Okay.
You can see him do whatever he needs to.
okay.
So, Gotham comes out
When does it come back?
on the 29th of February. So we still have a couple weeks to wait.
I actually
And,
think we're an episode behind.
And just one though, right?
Yeah.
That's not
fine.
bad.
But the last, all of season 1 is still on Hulu. Not season 1. Whatever we're on.
Yeah.
Season 2.
This current season, all of the episodes are still on Hulu.
Yeah, until they start filtering out the other ones.
Right.
Yep.
And what was I also thinking? So that came on. Sleepy Hollow finally has a new episode.
Haven't seen it.
I need to watch. I watched half of the last season. I need to watch the rest. But yeah,
It's not a show for everybody.
It's true.
I've only seen the
I
episode where
like
they
it.
cross into bones.
I like the first season. I will freely admit that. The first season I thought was pretty good.
What went wrong with the second?
Second,
No spoiling.
You know-
I haven't seen.
It is awesome, but also is kind of a burden to have a lot of shows to watch. I actually have added some more too. I'm watching the show that came out recently this month, I believe, called The Magicians.
Isn't that amazing?
It's really good.
It's so
I think
cool.
that I'm on like the second episode because
is
the third
why I
episode
don't
was just
sleep.
barely released.
Yeah.
But it's good.
It is so cool.
really
I
good.
love how they do the spells where where they do like all the when she's at one of the characters, she goes to an ATM, she literally goes like that and the money comes out. That that is casting the spell.
Pretty
I know
much.
you're gonna like this show. Look how far I can bend forward.
I said squirrel. I mean like this.
Squirrel.
I got a story to tell before we go on.
Okay.
Okay.
Tell us a story.
So, I have me and my friends. One of them went over to Virginia to work for the government. Can't really say where, but anyways, he
Area 51.
Wrong direction.
Oh,
wrong
right.
direction.
Sorry.
Wrong direction.
So, anyways, he's been trying to go out on a lot of dates lately,
Oh, goodness.
and then he
sad.
has this LDS friend
Oh no.
that he
Uh-oh.
goes with.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
All right,
Oh,
and this
no.
guy is a super nice guy.
Okay.
Oh
Like the type of nice guy that just doesn't have any attraction to him whatsoever. He's just that nice. All right. So he's been going after this girl for 6 months.
Interesting.
6 months. Not kissed her. Not only did group dates.
He doesn't have a chance.
Oh, she said it.
Nope.
She said it. She said, and she said it too. All right.
Nope.
I'd like to point out, if he hasn't kissed her in 6 months and we got married within 6 months, he doesn't have a chance.
Yep.
Dude,
So
if they didn't kiss within the first month, they're not dating.
Yeah, there's this weird countdown thing to when you meet someone, you got to do something a certain amount of time, or else you're in the friend zone, and it's probably never going to happen.
it
Yeah,
takes
yeah.
about a week to
Yeah.
get into a
A
relationship.
good example is on Scrubs. They got to have a countdown at some
Yeah,
point.
like where you almost kiss, but then you don't. Like someone walks in, or like you just something happens
Yeah.
where you don't end up doing it. You have what was it, 24
think it
hours to
was.
actually do it before it becomes awkward and you're friend zoned.
Yeah.
Yep, pretty much. So he's been friend zoned for a while, but he doesn't claim that he's in the friend zone. So my friend's just like, all right, are you gonna take him?
I'm sorry. If it's been 6 months, it ain't going nowhere.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Trust me, I agree. So he's sitting there. My friend's just like, so.
Rihanna.
What are
It's
you
about to-
laughing at?
Brianna.
Oh.
Gosh.
What happens?
her.
Okay, you finish your story and then I want to
We're-
know.
we're-
Hopefully
gonna
she'll
hear
never
his.
watch this video.
I doubt it.
I doubt it too.
So, anyways, my friend sits there and he says, it's pointless at this time to take her out. You might as well come out with me, go out, let's go to a club and find another girl for you. And he's like, no, I can't. I've got a date with her tonight.
Are
And
you
it's just
sure?
like, and he's just like, are you sure? Because
Is
I
it
don't
a-
consider it a date.
Next
It's
thing
like,
you know,
yep,
it's like a
we're
girls'
going.
night. There's 50 other girls there.
He's like, yep,
I got a
we're
story
going
about
out
that.
dancing tonight. And it's just like, dancing. Okay. Where exactly are you dancing and what kind of dance? And it's this blues tap dance.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, that's a group thing. That ain't a date.
And my friend's just like, he just forwarded me these messages, all these messages of how he claims, oh yeah, things are going great, things are going fantastic, we're just taking it slow, all that stuff.
Did you discuss that with her?
3 months is taking it slow.
Did you
Yeah.
have an
6 months
intervention?
ain't happening.
6 months, you put a
An
doorstop
intervention would have
somewhere.
been a good idea.
Oh, I've had an intervention with him twice.
Oh,
But
okay.
anyways,
Well-
my friend started commenting, and this is the part that's funny, okay? So we started commenting, and one of my buddies is just like, it would have only taken me a week for her to have a permanent limp and a permanent smile on her face. That was one of my friends. But then I'm just like, he has just turned into the gay boyfriend. The
Yes.
more, and I'm
Gay
like,
boyfriend, yeah.
the longer it takes for him to get in, the smaller his dick is. By the time he gets done, his boyfriend's going to be sucking a Tic Tac.
It's because of the visual just went in my head. I'm like, whoa! Now, theoretically speaking, if you're having a dry spell, wouldn't it just take a one-night stand to deal with that and actually get some after that, naturally?
No, it's a
It
person.
depends
It's
on
a
the person.
personality.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
total personality thing. So if you're the type of person that's just a natural nice guy, you're going to sit there every single time a date pops up, every single time a girl likes you, you're going to hold off on it saying, no, I'm going to take it slow, and she puts you in the friend zone.
Do not take it slow until after you've made some move of some kind.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you make a move, then the girl will tell you, or in our
Yeah,
case,
be
or
like,
a guy.
"Hey, this is how we're going to progress." If you just come out and say, "Okay, we're going to take it slow," and you haven't done anything for 6 months, you're going to do nothing for another 6 months. And
You'll
in a year-
never do anything.
Exactly.
Right.
So I've gotten it from two females' point of view, your point of view, and I'm sure your point of view, right?
He's just nodding.
He's just.
He-
like,
he
yes,
just-
I'm
Yeah.
totally agreeing.
Smile and nod.
So pretty much, I have almost a unanimous vote that everybody agrees that you should get in before you're friend zoned. Period. And he's been unanimously declared as friend zone.
You should
And
get
he's
in.
the only one that denies it.
You should get in.
Well, that's the thing. He has like that tunnel vision because he's one of the ones involved. Now, if we were having issues and all of you were looking in on it, you'd be like, okay, well, you're both wrong, or he's wrong for this reasons, he's doing this wrong, she's doing this wrong, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
But we're only going to see it as I'm right and he's going to think he's right. You know, but you guys see the whole thing and you're going to be like, okay, well, you're both wrong, you're both stupid, go fix it. You know?
Yeah. One thing you could just tell him is get in before you get locked out. Because that's how it's going to happen.
It's like,
I'm usually like, get in and get the hell out.
Yeah.
But yeah, get in before you get locked out.
You should tell him that. He'll probably take that to mind and heart. Maybe a little lower, too.
Okay, moving on. What's your story?
Ooh, the
I didn't
Rihanna
forget about
story.
it.
oh, the
Here's this.
Rihanna story.
Okay, so in the
Is this a
beginning of
person or the
2000...
singer?
No, this is a girl.
Okay.
Okay,
This is a
so
girl.
in 13... This was in 2013.
Do not hurt yourself.
This is
Oh, sorry, 2014. So 2016.
No, it's 2011. Don't you remember?
no, because we met at the end of 13.
1996.
Yeah, okay. So in the beginning of 2014, I met this girl named Rihanna through Amber. And I had a major thing for Rihanna for a long time. I basically felt like I jumped through hoops to try and get this girl. Okay?
Did he jump through the hoops?
He did. It was the worst. And no, it was hilarious because Amber kept asking me, going, "Wait, what happened with you and Grant?" I was like, "Nothing," because he's trying to jump through all these hoops. He's
Yeah.
literally trying to get through the hoop, but
No,
missing.
let
the
me
hoop.
tell you something, okay? After I met her, I think that it was like about a couple days later after getting to know her and stuff, or a week or two after getting to know her, there was this one day where I was at home and I wanted to text her or call her really bad that I almost didn't know what to do the whole day. I was like, I want to talk to her. I just don't know what to do with myself. I don't know if I want to watch TV or play video games. You know? Basically, the first couple months of January was spent trying to date her. And just not even getting anywhere. I even went on a date with her to a Utah Jazz game thinking I had a chance. And nothing happened. I even talked to her about it a couple times that year. I got serious with her and said, hey, this is what's going on. Is there any way you can give me a chance? And she wouldn't necessarily say no, but she wouldn't necessarily say yes. Okay? So I don't even know when I officially gave up. I think it might have been either halfway through the summer of 2014 or the fall of 2014, where I was preoccupied with other stuff, other girls, and basically just gave up, you know? So, and, you know, I mean, that girl just was frustrating.
It was funny.
Go ahead.
No, you say your thought. I'm just going to hold this here. Remember to come back to me.
No, go to it
Okay.
because mine is going to be pretty long.
Okay.
Didn't expect the podcast to happen this way today.
Okay, so while we're
We're
talking
gonna
about
talk
Grant...
I put on pants one leg at a time, all right?
Okay, did he ever talk about me like this?
No,
Seriously?
not really.
Not really. What did he say? Cover your ears. We're talking about you.
You're going to hear it in the recording later.
I'm trying to remember.
I'm not going to remember anything.
The
I'll be
only thing
honest.
I remember is Aubrey saying that you were into me. But this
Yeah.
was like, we were watching, oh good gosh, what were we watching?
Just remember, it didn't take
Nightmare
you,
Before Christmas.
Just remember, it didn't take you guys long to be able to be a couple. Okay,
That's true.
He was trying for 2 months.
More than that.
More
No,
than that.
like
2+
half the
months.
year.
Half the year.
Half
yeah.
the year. Okay, trying to do it for a half a year.
That's true.
That's like pathetic. I'm
You're pathetic.
I'm not trying to state.
You married me. No backsies.
Not yet.
Give me a reason.
I'm not trying to say anything bad about him, but I'm just saying, like, after you've actually gotten a girl in less than a week, do you recommend doing that again?
No.
I
There
recommend
you
doing
go.
it after you did it. The first time.
I'm gonna say this. If it's been about 4 weeks or about a month, I'd say. Anywhere from 2 weeks to a month, actually. And it has progressed to absolutely nothing. give up.
That's happened to me. I gave up and I dated you like a week later.
Yeah.
2 weeks later.
So
It was all because of Gogurt.
It was frozen yogurt.
What?
Gogurt.
Ever.
He says Gogurt every time.
So, I gotta tell you about a girl that I got. All right,
Okay.
this
Is the girl you told
will
us about
apply
last
to
week?
you. Okay, this wasn't last week. Okay,
Okay.
I've got like 2 girls that I've already tried with, and I'm just like, okay,
Tried or succeeded?
tried this week, and I pretty much just said, okay, they need to be put on the chopping block because they're going nowhere. All right.
Interesting.
So, anyways, this girl, she was a huge time crush when I first went to school. All right, and this was back when I was 21. All right, so I
Forever and a day ago.
Yeah.
forever and a day ago, about 10 years ago. So I went after her for probably a year. 1 year.
That's too long.
Yeah, I was just going after her. And then I finally just gave up. All right? I was like, this is it. It's over. I'm done. And a buddy of mine sat there, and he's just like, you just went about it all wrong, like 2 years later. And I'm just like, what do you mean? It's like, the fact is that it's not about getting her, just that girl. It's about getting every girl, and then she'll follow suit. And I'm just like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that one bit. And
That's cause. Yes, me. Oh, that dog owns the house.
I've noticed. That scared the crap out of me. Hey! Okay, I'm awake now. The caffeine obviously did not do the trick.
I'm awake too.
I am so awake.
Oh, goodness.
So, anyways, like, she put me in the friend zone, and we were friends for the longest time, okay? And I sat there, and I stopped calling her after that. I stopped texting her. I stopped doing anything with her. And then I started going out on dates with other girls, okay? She calls me up, like, 6 months later after I've been out on several dates and just like, hey, where have you been? Like, you don't call or text or anything like that? I'm like, well, to be fair and honest, you put me in the friend zone a long time ago, and I'm just not going to be your friend because the fact is that it's pointless for me.
No, you didn't get put in the friend zone. You got put in the gay bestie friend zone.
Gay bestie friend zone.
You
She
do
told
everything
me.
a boyfriend wouldn't do.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's exactly it. So I sat there and I'm like, look, I'm not looking for a friend. I'm looking for a best friend that I can get married to. So if you don't fit that profile, then you're toast. That's it. And so she's just like, well, we can still be friends, right? I'm like, no, we can't.
Because it's hard for you, not her. She's just like, oh, I got another friend.
Yeah. And I just said, you either go out on a date with me or you don't do anything at all. All right? And she sat there and she's just like, all right, well, see ya. Just left it. 6 months later, she sees me out with a gorgeous woman.
She's jealous now.
Oh, yeah.
She's jealous now.
She sees me on a date with this gorgeous woman. We're going out longboarding, and that was the thing that we used to do was longboarding. So we used to longboard, and all of a sudden she sees me holding the hand of this girl on a longboard going down, teaching her how to do it. And she just looks and she's just like,
That could be me.
Luke?
How dare you?
Like,
That's our thing.
Yeah, how are you doing? And I'm like, oh, hey, I haven't seen you in forever and a day. And I'm just like, this is such and such,
Be the gentleman, introduce people.
You get the, make her feel awkward, make the other girl feel awkward,
Exactly. I'm like, she used to be my really good friend, but, I'm not looking for good. I'm not looking for good friends. I'm actually looking for a best friend.
Right.
And that's when it really kind of hit her at that moment. And I took off after that. She calls me that night.
Oh.
She calls me that night.
Oh yeah, she did.
And she's just like, listen, I don't know how to say this, but I kind of want to go out with you sometime. And
You're dating somebody. She's lost her chance.
Yeah.
No, I was dating multiple girls, so
It's just
I
like
had-
dating around, not like
It was
one
it was
person.
never just like one girl. It was just like a fabrication of multiple girls. So I sat there and I'm just like, you know what? I'll give you one chance, and that's it. But the fact is that after this one chance, we're done. Okay? Because the last thing I want to do is see you on your wedding day. and she's just like, okay. Instead of me trying to impress her,
She's trying to impress.
She's trying to impress you.
well,
Oh
that's
my
what happened.
gosh.
You made her jealous. She, instead of seeing that
Yeah.
other girl, she's like, that could have been me. But instead, you're doing it with somebody else. So she's like, that could be me. He's treating her nice. You know, all these things that you were doing right. Now, like, you were doing them before. She just never saw them.
Mhm.
And then she's like, that could be me. And so she wanted to prove that she was worth it, but she's really not.
It's a weird
Yeah.
dating game that's possible to happen all the time, usually with guys, to where if you're single and you're chasing a girl or girls, no one wants to be with you because they don't see you as boyfriend material.
Yep.
Once you get a girl that gives you a chance, a good amount of girls will most likely see you in a relationship and be like, oh, he can get a girl. Well, I want him too now.
You would
It's
not believe
weird.
how often that happened to Grant after we started dating.
So this revenge process took about 5 years. Okay?
Oh, goodness.
5 years, okay? So when I say this,
Diabolical scheme, if you ask me.
can get the girl back. But in order to get the girl back, you have to be prepared to date other people, as many people as possible. Learn how to actually date people. Learn how to actually go out with people and actually be like it's in my eyes a total. You have to be like a sexy suitor. You know,
You can't be awkward on dates.
yeah, you have to be a sexy suitor because let's face it, if you're the one that they're just like falling for, you're the sexy suitor. If you're the one that's just like, okay, well, I guess she's doing her best to try and impress me. You know, you're not trying. You're not there to actually sit there and be like, you know what, I want to date you. Please date me. Please date me. That's desperateness.
Yeah.
It like radiates off of guys. That's one thing that radiates off of guys is
It does
desperate
for
men.
women as well. Like it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
we
Both-
know that the
it
other
goes both
person's being
ways.
desperate. But I don't think that happened with us. I didn't see you desperate, at least. No.
We talked about this.
Yeah, we did.
No,
I
it
gave up
wasn't
on looking
desperate.
for a girl like 3
Okay.
or 4 weeks before we started dating.
So
Or
what
even
ended
met.
up happening with us is that I had gone on this date with this guy 4 times, and he told his family we were dating, and he gave a talk in church or whatever, and he invited his family, and they're like, "Why do you keep him?" I'm like, playing along. I'm like, "Oh, you know, he's a nice guy." And then so I talked to him that day. I'm like, "Are we dating?" And he goes, "No, I just want to go on dates with you." And he lays this whole spiel of, we're friends, but he wants to date other people just to find out. And I'm like, okay, whatever. And so we went on our 4th date. I get the biggest sunburn of my life. And I'm just all like, you know what? He pretty much friend-zoned me. He's just trying to see what all of his options are, and then he's just going to settle with somebody. And I decided that he's not going to settle with me, because if I'm not good enough now, I'm not going to be good enough later.
It sounds to me like it wasn't even like an open relationship. It was like open dating.
Yes. It wasn't even a relationship. He kept telling me we weren't dating, but not the point. And so I decided that I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to give up.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I post on Facebook that I want frozen yogurt, and Grant replies, and that's how we started talking, because we went to Denny's a couple times, and, we were friends on Facebook, we just hadn't hung out.
Right.
And so we started messaging, and eventually, we just started hanging out.
Yeah.
But we both had given up at that point, so we're like, oh yeah, we're friends. We knew going into it that we were friends. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
Just to let you guys know, if you're going to date multiple people, that's hard. Because the fact is that every single one of them thinks that they're so special that they deserve to be yours and yours alone.
Should not be in this conversation.
Yeah.
Matt's over there going, we should be switching places right now. You should be in this conversation.
Why
'cause
should
you
I be in that
have
conversation?
input. You have things to talk about.
oh, we all do.
We do not.
Input.
You
Come join us.
He has input on this kind of conversation. I do not.
Twice?
Come on, Matt.
But is
I
there
wanna hear.
room for him to
Like,
sit
what
somewhere?
kind of...
Just
I
tell
can't
me.
remember what we're talking about now.
Leah?
Dating.
Leah?
Dating
Don't
most
you?
Ha! I know all about that.
Right.
so
Okay.
Not
You
talking
kind of
about
do
it.
too.
That's true.
Fine. If you brought her up, I recently just saw a picture of Leah, and she's the only one that's really special to me. The minute I saw her face, and worse still, it was on her wedding invitation that she invited me to.
No, okay. I didn't invite any of my exes to my wedding.
Thank you. I mean, and
I don't think I
but
did
I,
either.
No, you
I will
didn't.
say
I sent the invitation, so of course you didn't.
I will say, I went to the reception with 2 girls on my arm, so I went okay. I went anyways.
Okay.
all right. So yeah, my point being is that the conversation that you have to have with people on that is the most awkward conversation of all time, because if
Yeah.
you let's just say you've taken them out 3 times, they instantaneously think they're yours and you're theirs.
3 times is 3 is the magical number. If you've done 3 dates and all 3 have gone well, well,
You need to talk about what's going on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's where you sit down and talk
A
about.
relationship episode.
Yeah, that's the relationship
welcome.
episode
Yeah.
of.
Next, we'll talk about other stuff you shouldn't do in a relationship. We'll get there.
We'll get there one day at a time.
You know what? I'd like to point out, everybody knows but Luke, okay?
This is
just
true.
to let you know.
Okay.
So I mean, on
Now he wants to know. I'm just saying.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't care.
I
On
really
this-
don't. I just want to live my life. So
I bet if
Anyways,
we told him
keep
it was
going.
sexual, he'd want to know.
Okay, here's what I want to say, and this goes for both boys and girls. I mean, for everyone, really. If you're going to put somebody, if you're realizing that you've put a member of the opposite sex in the gay friend zone, make sure you've got to realize what you just did.
That's like FFFZ. Yeah, FFFZ.
FFFZ.
Yeah.
Okay, please explain this to me.
Best friend gay zone?
Yeah.
Well, he said FFFZ.
Gay best
I forgot the
friend
other
zone.
letter at the
G-
beginning.
Yes, you did. That's why I'm confused. He forgot a letter. It's okay.
BGFFZ.
Yeah. Gay,
Thank you.
GFFZ.
Yeah.
I was like, what is he trying to read here?
I don't know. I'm like, where's this extra
Well,
F coming in?
like you were
We
saying.
should call this episode, what was it? Gay best friend zone?
Gay
That's
best
what this episode should be
friend-
called.
I don't like people that string people along and they know that they're doing it. It's just like, I'm just going to keep him forever and you're never going to use him or her or them.
Well,
and it's
that-
just like, if you know you're stringing
people
somebody
string-
along, let them know.
People string people along all the time. I tried not to, okay? The fact is when I was dating multiple girls and the magical number or the exclusive conversation came up, it was I always had to say the same thing. It was always just kind of like a routine by that point. I said, I'm sorry, I am actually dating people. I'm not trying to get into a relationship unless I'm absolutely positive that that is the person that I want to be with. Because 3 dates doesn't give me anything.
I guess it would depend on what the dates were, but yes.
They
The
don't.
conversation in the dates is important.
Well, if your first date was a
it's
movie, you
variables.
learned nothing.
Yeah.
That's true.
And I told
We
them,
weren't
look,
supposed to be there.
once we have the exclusive, like I want to be exclusive with you, or you want to be exclusive with me, and we both agree upon it, then we are actually dating at that point. But until that time, I just want to keep going and trying to find the one that I want to be with. All right, and most of the time they'd understand. The other half of the time, they're like, "You're just stringing me along." I'm like, "Oh, you can walk away at any time."
It's like, if you want to walk away, go
I
for
think
it. You're
people
free to
should
go.
inform them too. Be like, hey, I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not stringing you along. Like, let them know what's going on. Because I know somebody that's near and dear to my butt that strings people along and it pisses me off for the longest time. Like, I always hang out with these really attractive females. Just to let you, well, you know. You're married. But I know, like, all these attractive females, and I'd hang out with them, and, like, all the guys would flock to them, and then they'd use them. I'm like, seriously? I know I'm not as gorgeous as they are. It's because I don't plaster my face with makeup. That's another story. But, you know, like, I think people are going after, like, this ideal of perfection that's not there. And so they're like, I'm going to go after this girl that's going to run me over with a car and flatten my heart instead of going for someone that's actually going to give a damn.
Yeah.
Right.
It's true. Because a lot of people, like, well, the game is so freaking complicated. Let's just face it, okay? A guy can sit there and fall in love with a girl just by looks. Just by looks alone. And all of a sudden, he's being strung along the entire time because she's teasing him along the way, you know? And with a girl, it's a completely opposite story. It's not looks, it's capability. It's all about, you know, do you have school going on? Are you a good talker? Are you charming? Are you funny? Are you this?
Really?
You know? Yeah.
So what do you look for then?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's talk about Aubrey.
So you're not looking for, are you looking for looks? Are you just as shallow as guys?
Yeah, kind of.
What? Okay, hold on. What type of looks are we talking about? Like,
So I still believe that both men and women are shallow. Period. End of story.
I agree.
Men
I
and
agree.
women
I think
shallow.
No, they're
Both men
both-
and women
people-
can be deep.
people can grow out of it, though.
people can grow out of it, but I do believe that boys and girls do have a kind of a specific body type that they look for.
Yeah.
For me, it's not as much face the face.
Yeah.
It's the build. It is literally the
body.
the physical build.
She's not saying you have to have a six-pack, though.
No.
But a keg would.
It's
But
like,
not that big around.
oh my gosh,
wait.
okay, you don't want someone you can snap.
I
You don't
don't
want
want-
someone that can snap you.
Height, weight, proportional. Basically.
Exactly.
Height, weight, proportional. Somebody who's
I like to think of it this way. Pretty much what you're stating is that he's capable enough to protect you.
yes.
Yeah.
There you go. So pretty much, it's
and
not
I'm
about
not
having
gonna
a
snap
K.
him.
It's not about having a K.
You.
So
For me, if I can snap the
All
guy,
right. When I was younger, like when I was in my like teens to young adult, my decisions were either to choose between blonde or brunette. That was it.
got a blonde.
and I wanted both. Yes.
Redhead, sorry.
Mine's artificial.
And for him, the carpet had to match the drapes too. It's his own version of Brave.
yes, yes it is.
Oh, so funny.
The will of the wisp.
Oh, goodness.
I don't have any more. Do you have any?
Nope, I don't. I'm just looking at him as he's just like pissed off.
I
With his
think when I was
fedora.
younger,
You and your
Just like-
fedora.
I like his fedora. Stop picking on him. I wasn't really shallow when I was younger, but like I was like into looks. I'm not into like so many looks anymore, but like I still like jawlines. I don't know why, but like
A
I'm
good jawline
yes.
is always a good thing.
And so like I'll be like looking at these actors and like I don't like him, but he has a good jawline. But you know, like there's different parts you're gonna like in a person, but then you need to realize you need to like someone for their personality because that's how you get strung along.
Yep.
Be
Yep.
like, if they happen to have both, good for you.
Right.
But just drop what the world says about people. Be like, so what? She's fat or he's fat. They're good human beings too.
Right.
And you know what? They'll probably treat you better than the skinny, twiggy people that really need to eat food.
That you keep chasing after,
Exactly.
That are ugly, in my personal opinion.
right?
Food is an amazing thing. I'm never going to give it up. I don't see how they can starve themselves.
I think of it this way just because I like think of it as back in the day predators and everything.
I'm
but
glad that you're never going to give up food because food's never going to give you up, never going to let you down, never going to go turn around and desert you.
Ooh.
Dessert.
We kid because we love.
Okay, on the note of food, real side
Yes.
note. So Paris, actually France, just passed a law that their models have to be above a certain weight. They have to have a certain fat percentage. There are now requirements that they have to be a certain size.
So they can't
Above
be.
They can't be.
They
too
cannot
skinny.
be
So they can't be
a
twiggy
twist.
bitches anymore.
exactly.
Yay!
But on the bright side,
I
I'm
don't
short
know.
enough to be a Disney princess. Just so that you know.
I know we're short enough to be Disney princesses.
I still say beauty is all in the eye of the beholder.
It
so
is.
Exactly.
If, like lately, models have been getting
Skinnier and skinnier and skinnier.
no. Lately, models around here they've been getting huge hips. All right,
Like,
you
'cause
have to
hips
admit
are in,
that.
and then like it all
big
depends.
asses,
It's like a
all
phase.
Yeah.
Like hips
It's-
weren't in, now they're in, and then they big breasts,
all of a
small
sudden,
breasts.
super skinny was in. Now it's super wide hips, and pretty
The butt.
soon it's going to be. But pretty much,
Super
on
skinny,
average,
big fat
guys. There was a study about this, and most guys agreed that it has to be well proportioned. They don't care about anything else. It's just well proportioned. Okay,
And
it's
I know the
they don't
measure-
have to be super
And I know
skinny.
the ratios of what is actually an ideal body.
How about you just be healthy and be happy about it?
Right.
Well, and this is one thing, and this is why I'm bringing up that law that they brought up that they passed in France.
Yeah.
Is because it is now spread throughout all of Europe, and sooner or later it's going to hop across the pond to us, and the U.S. is going to regulate this as well, which is going to be great because then we're not going to have problems with people and the whole image.
There's not as many.
Not as many. It's
What
going to redefine how we look at people.
What country has the fat models again?
That would be South America.
Yeah, I saw that.
South America and Africa.
South
Plus
America and
size models.
Africa. They
Interesting.
and Lane Bryant. As far as like U.S. and Europe goes, it's a company called Lane Bryant because they specialize. You cannot find anything that is below a size 10 in their wardrobe.
Well, not everybody's gonna be a size 0
Zero.
to 4. So you gotta have like those plus sizes for everybody else. And then the cut. It's not my fault. I'm telling you now. If I didn't have these, and this, and
Smaller
that,
than me.
Okay.
Just be glad.
So the one thing for sure, she's got the childbearing hips. All
This
right.
is true.
see,
This
all
is
those skinny people are gonna have problems, and I'm not.
Yeah, their pelvises or something is gonna break when the baby comes out.
Something's gonna break.
Like glass.
Something? Try a few things.
Your ribs,
Yeah.
their vagina.
Still,
This is why women gain a lot of weight and then they get a lot of.
That's why they gain weight when they're pregnant, and that's why you can't make fun of them, is because they're trying to make up for all the years that they threw up. I'm not making fun of them, I promise. They're just realizing their mistake a couple years too late.
Several years too late.
You said beauty was in the eye of the beholder, right?
beauty is
yeah.
Okay, so
beauty is totally in the eye of the beholder, because the fact is that I've got African friends that are looking for a girl that is wide. They don't
I'm
care.
pear-shaped, it's okay.
I don't care. Wide, okay?
Dark shadows.
All right.
His
And
comment about
and
the
they,
girl.
and they look like they're sculpted from rock. Okay, these guys look like they're sculpted from rock. All right, you guys would sit there and be like, "Oh my gosh," and they're just like, "Oh my gosh, wow." It's all in the eye of the beholder, because over in Africa, everybody starves to death. Everybody is starving to death. Everybody
so it's
is
easy to be skinny just because of circumstance.
And everybody's
exactly.
skinny.
And so
And
the
yeah.
privileged are the ones that are fat.
Yep.
You know? So down in Africa, it's all about the wider size. All right?
It's
so
also confidence,
around
though.
here, it's more common to have a wider size girl and less common to have a skinnier girl. That's why it's like
Except for the fact that
It's-
we live in Utah.
That's true.
If you look at America in general, it's more common for
Not
more
only that, but I don't think that that South America has very many like fast food restaurants down there as the United States.
No, they don't
there you
really
go.
have any food.
Do you see what I
so-
mean? It's all about having the non-common.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Do you see what I mean? It's not about whether or not it's bigger or smaller, what have you. Guys are looking for just unique. They really are looking for unique. I'm looking for an exotic girl. I'm looking for an awesome girl. But every single time I've gotten exotic, because I can get a white girl anytime I want. All right?
Keep that in mind.
But I really want to get.
I think I have a friend for you.
But I want to get like an Asian, and I want to get like an Islander. I want to get like
you need to
know,
move to Hawaii or
Yeah.
Fiji.
There are tons of
I
Asians
want to
in
eat
Hawaii.
Asian food on an island. That'd be great.
a Latino, a
Japan?
black girl. I mean, all those girls are unique. They're not common here in Utah. You don't see them everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's why most guys are attracted to them
Unless you're on
instead
BYU
of
campus.
just their own.
Oh my gosh.
You know? So, where are we at?
Fail.
Yes.
45.
45.
I have
Okay,
a
we got
comment
5
for you
minutes
really
left.
quick.
All right.
Okay, so beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Okay.
Beauty is also in the eye of the beer holder. Keep that in mind.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So
Yes!
moving on, you drunk people. Okay, so Aaron and I were watching. I can't remember what the comedian's show was, but it had Channing Tatum on it. Now, I don't find him attractive in the slightest.
I think it was either.
Oh, I find him attractive.
That's nice. Okay, listen to my
Good for you.
story. Okay, so I don't find
yes.
him attractive, but I think he's a good actor. Okay, and so we're sitting watching this show, and he has to seduce
His hips
someone
moved
on the
magic
street. What
I
did you
keep
say
going.
about side comments? Okay, so they were gonna pick somebody on the street to be his Valentine, and he had to seduce them with heart candies. And so he tries, and he's really creepy about it. But she was totally into him, so I guess it wasn't creepy for her. But he was like trying to like seduce her with these candies, and like it's just like his personality, like that's attractive for me. But I don't really like the way he looks, other than his jawline.
And the fact that he can dance like nobody's business.
In Magic Mike.
Well, he.
And then step up. Don't
Okay,
forget
we'll
that.
watch that
Oh
later.
my!
One
Did
and
you
two.
She actually
do
watched
I
that.
haven't even seen any of them.
Okay, we need
Okay, so the last one he has to
Oh, you're
do
supposed
this.
to say
You'll
that.
like this one. So the last one is TTYL, and he's all like, "How am I supposed to do this all sexy like and seduce her?" So what he ends up doing is he spins and gets down on one knee and he goes TTYL, and then he feeds it to her. I just thought it was funny because like it was like me and Aaron watching it, and it's like you got two different perspectives on looking at it, and he thought the guy was like not only creepy but kind of attractive just because what he was doing. So just because you don't look good to somebody doesn't mean you look good to somebody else.
Yep.
So
Has anyone ever seen the movie Shallow Hal?
Yes.
Of course.
That is the best description of what we talked about today.
Yeah.
Well, everybody is shallow. I still freely admit that.
to a point.
Yeah.
Because with males they're looking for looks at first, and then they're looking for personality. When it comes to females, they're looking for capability and then personality. You know, is he going to actually provide for me and my family the
Yeah.
rest of our lives?
Right.
That's still shallow. I don't care how anybody says it. That is still shallow. You're looking at money, pretty much.
Yeah.
You're
Well, you
looking-
have to now, and we
There you go.
so
It's
We set
shallow.
ourselves up for that
history. That is how history has gone. Was at first like providing for people and everything up until like the mid 1800s, and then it started going for love and and
Ugh.
being person mentally happy.
Oh yeah,
Be like,
And
I don't care if I'm a
until-
prince. I'm going to marry her.
yeah.
Until about 2000s, and then we've switched back into can he provide for me?
Pretty much.
Don't smile at me.
Because the fact is that when guys are looking at girls, and they're just like, oh, he's gorgeous. What they're really saying is she's a gorgeous baby maker. That's really what they're
Have
saying.
we had that?
Yeah.
It's the
Oh,
boobs.
really?
And with guys,
Jumping back
it's
on
just
that
like,
train, huh?
oh, he has a gorgeous personality, but what they're really saying is he can provide for me for the rest of my life, and he can provide for my children for the rest of my life. That's what they're saying. Okay? So I don't care who you are, you're shallow.
We're shallow.
Every
Everybody
single
is.
sex is shallow, no matter
All
what.
right, we gotta end this.
And
Yeah,
we
we've
do
gone-
have to end it, but
Yeah, we've gone back into being shallow human
Stop
beings.
being shallow.
Right.
okay, date a bum.
Well, okay, I'm not saying no. You can't say that because even if you marry them and you're still shallow, you still have a problem.
Yes.
Okay, so stop laughing. I can't look at you. Okay,
we're gonna cut this, okay?
please do.
All right. Until next time, nerds. This has been Maya for Dating Advice 101.
I'm the thing.
Sexually frustrated.
Not today. Oh, not today.
I love how you feel like you were the only one giving advice. You said
Are you going to introduce yourself?
again, Rogue.
Rogue
Dragon.
and what?
Big boobs.
Troll and Maya will troll you back. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.